Welcome to Faith, Fiction, and Folklore, or as we like to call it, the Tri-F podcast, where we try not to F the podcast up, which we've done already today.
Yep.
Because we had an echo, and now we're having echoes of aliens, because Perry Stone, some weird, hard-hearted preacher, is talking about aliens. And that's ridiculous, because there's no aliens in the Bible. So, I don't know what else to say, Gary. How are you?
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm all right. How are you?
Pretty good.
There were aliens in the Bible.
Where?
They were the Nephilim.
Those aren't aliens. They're demons.
Exactly.
They're all demons. It's all demons.
Demons in the CIA.
And the CIA.
Any three-letter organization.
Yeah. So, okay, last week we talked about this a little bit, but because I didn't have it, like, access to OBS and all that, we kind of just spoke about whether or not the existence of aliens would hypothetically affect Christians' faith. I think we decided it wouldn't make any difference at all. So this week we're basically going to talk about what actually happened. And what happened is, basically, this guy, Perry Stone, came out with this dramatic announcement, and he's like, I went to a government meeting, or I knew a guy that went to a government meeting. I'm not going to get this right, but it's okay. We have Mike Winger will play his statement here in a minute. But he's like, I went to a government meeting, and they're saying churches need to prepare because there's going to be a great falling away. Because they're going to talk about the aliens are coming, and, Christians are going to give up on God and all this. And then all of a sudden, these other preachers dogpile on what Perry Stone says and go, yeah, we were there. We heard the whole thing. They said that. And then it blew up. And apparently they can get away with this crap in their churches. That's kind of Mike Winger's theory, is they can get away with this kind of over-exaggerating what actually happened. Yeah. But once it got viral, then people started looking. And the first hint of trouble was a senator from... They'd said a senator from Missouri had given them the speech to warn their people. And then the senator was like, I never said any of that. And then they were like, oh, well, I mean, I'm sorry. That's what I thought you said, and that was the deal. And, hilarity ensued. So let me just start off with Mike Winger's, I think this is right. No, this is my face-palming video. Hang on. Here we go. So Mike Winger's... You're going to
pull up a video of Mike Wiener?
Stop it. We just read the Bible. Grow up. Grow up. How dare you? All right. Hang on here.
It's a great joke. I know I've told it before, but
you have.
Mike Wiener is hilarious.
Mike Winger is Mike Winger. So... All right, here we go. I'm sorry, I just have to fix OBS. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far. So just if you want to watch the video for yourself, because we're not going to play the whole thing, it's how a few charismatic pastors went viral with deception. And I didn't know anybody else who'd actually done the deep dive on what actually happened, because I don't know anything about the charismatic world. I don't.
Just screw up your camera for a second.
That's all right. We had that whole conversation about Biggs, and that was it. So, yeah. But here is Mike Winger, and I think he's going to play Perry Stone's statement here.
The topic.
But there were a large number of pastors that had been invited to go to a certain state to hear some men in the United States government and others share with them a concern that they had. And this particular man, and I'll not name him, and then we may end up doing some teachings with him or having an event at his church. He has a great church. But he said, Perry, what they're about to release, from what we're hearing, there's going to be a release concerning aliens and concerning unidentified flying object spacecraft that some of the people who were in the meeting were telling us as pastors,
hang on, sorry.
You need to prepare your people, and you need to get...
What'd you say, Cody?
This guy's exhausting. He's lying. He's full of shit.
Well, it's easy to say that in hindsight, Cody.
I could have said it in force. He's wearing a fucking Affliction button-up shirt.
All right, okay.
I mean, come on.
Okay, is that the only tell? His button-up shirt? Okay.
All his references are vague. He's like, oh, a certain person from a certain state said a certain thing about something or another, and it's really scary. It's like, shut up.
That's exactly what Mike Winger points out. Later on, he says the exact same thing. He says, okay, if you meet with the president or you meet with a bunch of people, you name drop. You say president. You say senator. You don't go, I met with a bunch of government leaders. I'm not going to tell you who they are, but they're a big deal.
He doesn't have any names in his head.
Exactly. He's like...
He's just full of shit.
Yeah.
I hate him.
You hate him.
I don't hate him.
Okay, it's righteous hate. So... Sorry. Calix says, I mean religious leaders, so... All right, here we go.
Ready to answer them for what you're about to hear being released. And some of it has to do with crafts that have been discovered that are not allegedly a part of our planet, and the materials they're made of are not a part of our planet. Very strange reptilian-looking creatures, and other things that almost sound like something out of a sci-fi movie or an Orson Welles book.
I just want to point out, and it's just because I've been doing all this research for the Vi Project. It wasn't Orson Welles, it was H.G. Wells. Anybody could make a mistake, but I just wanted to point out it's H.G. Wells, not Orson Welles, just so we're clear. Anyway, sorry, go on, Cody. Were you going to say something?
No, I'm just writhing in misery.
Misery?
Dude, I can't listen to this guy. He's like, he's just like spewing shit. I can't.
Well, everybody took this really serious at the beginning of the week.
Really?
Yes, they did. I don't know why. I mean, if I'd known it was this crowd, I probably wouldn't have. But at the beginning, I was going, what, really? Because I didn't know it was this charismatic bunch. Yes, I see the shirt. Oh, he's got a fancy Okay, what about the shirt? You're more offended about the shirt than the aliens. What about this shirt that offends you?
Shirt. He's like, oh, look how cool my shoulders look. This guy's not even married because his wife wouldn't let him out of the house in that shit. That's ridiculous.
He's like that.
The whole dude, his whole everything screams, I'm fake.
Calix says, I don't trust a guy wearing an Ed Hardy shirt.
Yeah, my sentiments exactly.
Oh, man. Well, Trevor, what do you think?
About what?
Is the shirt as offensive to you as it is to Cody and Calix?
I like his shirt, but I wouldn't wear it.
You should get made fun of by your cousin.
Probably.
That's what men are for, man. We give each other pressure.
There we go, yeah. Keep each other accountable and prevent the wearing of acid-stained jeans.
Unless it was real acid that you spilled on him that day.
Yes, unless you earned it with a chemical burn. Then you can wear the jeans.
So was this the original video that was released that made people believe that?
Yes, this is the first one. Yeah, it's Mike Winger is playing
nuts.
the first one. Yeah, I can't believe it.
Like the background stuff, like, oh my. This is clearly a deception.
Yeah, no, first listening to it without thinking about it, I'm like, this guy's like, he didn't make sense, and there was nothing that would, like, I don't believe him.
Yeah, he's seeding him. He's like, oh, look at this vague idea. It's probably real.
Top men.
top men.
Yeah, I spoke to top men.
Like this is one of those videos I would have been like, yeah, I'm gonna research this myself and probably find nothing.
Yeah, because a lot of people have claimed this. What's different though is everybody dogpiled on this and went, "Oh yeah, I was there too." So
it's just so low level. Like this is just. I don't even have to try to see the deception in this.
Yeah,
and like, so this guy's a pastor, a leader of, like, how big is this church?
I don't know how big it is. We'll look it up. But he's leader of a charismatic movement. He's kind of in the Kenneth Copeland type circles, prophecy circles.
Tell me he's in Tulsa.
We'll see. Let me look that up. I'm going to laugh hysterically. We're going to his church if he's in Tulsa.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, let's see here. Perry Stone church size and location.
Let's try to tag him in this video when we post it.
Just so he can know how much you hate that shirt.
Yep.
All right. Evangelist Perry Stone. All right, we're going to AI again. Evangelist Perry Stone's main ministry. Base operates from a 70,000 square... Well, that's not what I asked, guys. What's the size of his denomination or congregation? And where is he from?
70,000 square feet. So.
Yeah, they're just going... Okay, so Cleveland, Tennessee, 3,000 seat auditorium. Yeah, so it's a charismatic church out of Tennessee.
I've driven to Tennessee a few times. We could do that.
Oh, yeah, we could make it. I've been there once.
I bet he won't talk to anybody, though.
Oh, no. We'll get kicked out.
But
you remember when Benny
He's like
Hinn...
Taylor Swift. He disappears behind backstage.
Right. Remember Benny Hinn ran over that guy with a golf cart?
Yeah.
You remember that? We're going to get hit by a golf cart. Will that make us go viral finally? So... I'll do it.
I don't want to go viral. That sounds yucky.
I'll do it for the clicks and the laughs. Why not? Maybe we can steal a shirt. So
I don't even believe in viruses, Gary.
Viral. Okay.
Computer viruses. I guess so. Yeah, viral is a proper term for a computer, but not for a human.
There you go.
In my opinion,
it's just a bit of broken RNA or mutated.
So would
RNA.
you say you would want to go antiviral?
Okay,
yes.
we're chasing a rabbit right now. Viral, antiviral.
Indeed.
It's all aliens. So, which are all CIA. So anyway, this is Perry Stone, charismatic Cleveland, Tennessee, big church, big audience. So yeah, and he's got a TV show.
Did the CIA pay this guy?
Yes,
probably
100%. They paid him to make this video.
I know that sounds absurd, and we say that as a joke, but I honestly do wonder how this charismatic.
I wasn't joking at all.
Well, I usually am joking, but you're not joking. Okay, I think it's a perfectly decent explanation because I don't have a better one. I'm like, how in the world do these guys have so much money? I mean, they have taken over TBN, they have taken over Daystar. Like, these guys run the charismatic movement. How is that possible?
Well,
because
go ahead.
The CIA, I don't think, this guy doesn't know the CIA's paying him. Right. The devil is funding his church, right? It's not I'm not even sure it's systematic in the real world. It's systematic demonically. Satan tells these people what to do and where to send money and stuff. It's not like people are doing it. I don't believe that. I think Satan is doing it. So Satan tricks these people to going into his church to fund this, and so he becomes an ideologue. It's literally that.
I don't know if I buy that, but I understand what you mean. I think on the meta level, you're right. On the level.
Yeah, I'm talking about it overall because I'm not trying to paint a bad guy, man. I don't want anybody to be mad at a 3-letter government organization because it's what are you gonna do? It's the devil. It starts in here. In here.
I'm just thinking, practically speaking, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a shell company wrapped up in an Enigma, wrapped up in a bagel shop.
That's giving him big. Yeah,
6
100%.
Degrees, Kevin Bacon, weird corporations that go back to the Fed eventually. I figure it's got to be something like that because I know there are dumb people out there, but I cannot imagine there being enough dumb people to fund this. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm like, yeah, this dude's obviously hokey.
The gate is narrow, man.
I guess. Apparently the bar is very, very, well, anyway. Okay, so that's, let's read this article from the Baptist News Global, because I was hoping to find something. Hang on, my stupid window's all out of whack again. I was hoping to find something that kind of broadly described the story. So I figured we'd read this really quick. Because this was May 8th. Or is this a week? This better not be a week old. Oh, it's a week old. This just happened. All right.
This week.
Let's see. Let's see if they kind of... No, that was the week of the podcast. That's when all this fell apart. We're still good. Okay, so the rumors are real. Pastor Mike Signorelli wrote on X. I was brought into a private briefing with other pastors. No phones, no cameras, no recordings. We were told plainly, disclosure is coming, and what follows will shake the faith of many. If pastors don't start preparing their people now, it will be too late. Now, there's a reason you've never, heard of this, or saw anything that impressive. The most impressive thing we saw is a infrared shot of a flare that they tried to say was the wheel of Ezekiel or something, but you could see the smoke billowing from behind the flare and the parachute falling in the background. So it was clearly infrared, and they just inverted the flame. So yeah. That was the best we got. The rest of it was like I said last week, our footage is more compelling than all the other stuff they put out. Yeah. It's that embarrassing.
They just have to sow dissent. They just have to put an idea out there and hope people, like COVID. I think COVID was that. I don't think COVID was anything. I don't think it was real. It was literally just people fearing it.
With just that fear. One, I actually think that might be legitimate, because it's
it's whatever you believe happens. Literally what Jesus says. Whatever you believe happens. So if you're afraid of COVID, it might not even be real. Or hantavirus. It not even. Do you know what hanta means in Hebrew?
No.
Fake. Look it up. Not even kidding.
Are you serious?
It means a deception. Yes.
Hanta means... I'm Googling it.
Look it up.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to laugh so hard if that's true. Hang on.
It's just an idea. They have to sow an idea, and sometimes it sticks, sometimes it doesn't. Right before COVID happened, they had the chain shortage. And I was this is ridiculous. They just want to make you scared of something. That's it.
Okay, so how do you spell hanta?
Hanta.
Hanta. Okay. AI, where did you hear this? Because AI is denying that's actually
Don't look at AI.
Word.
Look at the definition of hanta.
Okay, where? I need this. Let me look for a site.
Dictionary.com.
Dictionary.com. All right, we'll do that. Dictionary, because this would be an instance. It pulled up for
me on Google, but
this would be an instance where you need to, not trust AI. Okay, so hanta. Just give me the definition. It means... Is there a way to pick the language?
Hanta in Hebrew?
Yeah, hanta in Hebrew. Let's see. Maybe if I just type that, that'll be enough.
That's what I did.
They've already scrubbed it, Cody.
They knew you were going to talk about it.
Ooh, Gary?
The CIA. It's always the CIA. So, all right. Yeah, it's saying it's not. I'm not getting any of it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I literally Googled it 2 days ago.
It is saying that the word has went viral for fake. So, but it's not Hebrew. It's saying the term is just being equivocated with fake. That's what AI is claiming.
It's changed since I looked at it, dude. That's hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
Dead internet, bro. I just saw a post.
We got yeah.
Oh, you're just being anti-Semitic.
Now again, I am not saying that this is actually a Hebrew word. I'm not saying anything at all. I am just saying if Cody got one answer and then there was another, AI is already on it. Your benevolent overlords are there to establish the narrative for you, whatever the truth may be. So that's all I'm saying. So it's claiming that the Hebrew scam claim, like that's not a loaded term, recently a viral, and again, I don't know if this is true or not. I'm not saying it's true. Recently, a viral rumor circulated on social media claiming Hanta means scam or fake in Hebrew slang. While some linguists and native speakers have noted a coincidental photonic similarity to Karta, a completely different Arabic borrowed slang word for nonsense or bullshit, the claim that Hanta translates to scam in Hebrew is a widespread misconception and linguistic meta. Okay, guys, just as a teachable moment for propaganda, when you see
this is all apologetics.
When you see scam in the headline, and then you've got mix-up down here, implying, there's nuance, that's called burying the lead. So, just so you know, there's a trick. So it sounds like Karta got conflated with Hanta. So, there you go. I think that aspect of it's probably legitimate, but this whole over harsh language and then later explaining the mix-up, that's like go-to liberal bullcrap tactic. So, yeah. But the base facts are probably right, I would say. If I were to guess.
We just have to find a book. I don't know.
Yeah, we may have to go back to physical media alone because they're getting faster.
Dude, it's so fast. I'm not kidding. That was like 3 to 4 days ago when I looked that up, and it has all changed.
Yeah, that's a little creepy.
Right, we need to get an encyclopedia and look it up.
Anyway, so I don't think it has any Hebrew roots or anything, nor do I think that if it were Hebrew, it would imply anything, except that the CIA did it. All I will say is that if you believe the hantavirus is an issue, you're an idiot.
Might get sick. And you'll probably get sick.
Yeah, fooled me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, as the saying goes. Calix9398 says, I also heard that from another person. So yeah, the rumor sprang up, be it true or false, and then the powers that be were like, right away. That's a little spooky, because even if this is wrong, the fact that they can do that means they can shut down something that's right in the future. Mm-hmm. So bear that in mind.
Yeah, it's all a mess, dude. It's just... It's nice. Like word spells. I don't even know if that's on purpose.
Like word
what
spells
do you mean?
and
like what's on purpose?
Like they named it hantavirus and they didn't realize what it actually meant, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's providence. It's like signaling.
Yeah. Right. It's like God's way of showing their hand for us.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Calix9398 says the gatekeepers of information. Yeah, there shouldn't be gatekeepers. That's the whole problem with all of this.
Gary said they're even scrubbing the Wayback Machine. Like, they're scrubbing everything. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like, when I was doing research on a project, I couldn't get stuff on Internet Archive anymore, and that's one of my major go-to places for info. So, that was terrifying.
They're turning us back into the...
They're trying to get that three-letter network.
Age.
Yeah.
The information age is coming to an end. That's what's happening.
They're trying to shut it down because they know, like they want those three-letter networks back.
Mm-hmm.
They are so mad that people can talk about that people can debate and talk about stuff now. They hate it. They hate that you watch long-form podcasts. They hate that you can look up information. They hate that I can actually write a book without needing to go to a library. Like, I can sit down and research things from hundreds of years ago at my computer. They hate that. They despise that. And who's the they? The CIA, the government, the people you pay and voted for. They hate you, and they hate that you can do research. So, rant over, because this is not a political show. I'd hate to confuse the communist algorithm. So, anyway. All right. Let's get back to our article. Rant over, I guess. So, all right. All right, we've all seen the movies in Arrival. Investigators must figure out how to communicate with aliens. In E.T., the extraterrestrial, a child befriends an alien and helps the alien come back to their family. District 9 imagines aliens being sent to a run-down government camp. Independence Day explores the human desire to survive in the face of the far superior alien technology. This summer, Steven Spielberg is releasing his latest alien sci-fi thriller, Disclosure Day, but Spielberg says he believes his latest movie is way closer to truth than fiction. Now, I have to stop here because Steven Spielberg is one of the most Fabian socialist, creepy SO. Not a good dude, clearly working for the CIA. Okay, I have more reason for
the moon landing.
No, they say Kubrick did the moon landing.
Oh, yeah. Kubrick.
But here's the thing. He is one of these guys that believes in transcendence through aliens. And you can see that through AI, artificial intelligence.
Oh, Spielberg did 2001, right?
Kubrick did 2001.
Really? That was both Kubrick. Okay.
Yeah. But here's the thing. AI, artificial intelligence, Steven Spielberg and Kubrick were buddies. Yeah. And so Spielberg basically wrote and directed Kubrick's last project. Kubrick had a bunch of story notes and different things for AI, artificial intelligence. He was trying to call it the modern Pinocchio. Of course, the Pinocchio analogy doesn't work because, Pinocchio was trying to be a good person. And these people don't believe in good, so Haley Joel Osment just kind of wanders around in a terrible world for 2 hours. So there's no moral transcendence or anything. But there is aliens becoming God. Anyway, it is such a stupid movie. But the thing is, at the end of AI, artificial intelligence, like the creatures at the end that show up after David's buried in the ice for 2,000 years, those are supposed to be robots. Now, nobody would tell you that because they look exactly like aliens. Like, they're all, like, slender, and their limbs are all, like, disproportionate. And they even glitter like they got stars in them, So they're clearly meant to look like aliens, and they're clearly meant to confuse the audience into thinking they're aliens. And they've been repeatedly saying that David is praying to the blue fairy and the blue fairy isn't answering his prayer, that kind of thing. The implication is David doesn't realize the blue fairy is fake, and it's like Steven Spielberg going, "Ha! You see? Your God is a fairy tale. Get it?" It's subtle, it's just subtle. So that's clearly what he's doing. And then, the aliens thaw David off and reboot him. And then he touches the blue fairy statue, and then the blue fairy shatters, right? And of course, the idea is that once the aliens arrive, we will no longer need God. I mean, that's literally what I think he's saying, because that entire movie is so ridiculously pretentious, and it's got all these little double meanings in it. I think I'm very justified in thinking that he was saying that intentionally. So... Anyway, so Spielberg, I imagine Disclosure Day is going to say something to the effect of, "Oh, look at that, the aliens made us, they're our God," so they can reintroduce a pantheon, So it's like...
Which are just the Nephilim coming back.
That's why Stephen Greer got so upset about Vance saying they're demons. Because J.D. Vance was like, "Yeah, they're probably demons." And then Greer gets on Alex Jones and goes, "No, they're not." It's like, but you're talking to them through meditation. You want demons? That's how you get demons.
How dare you?
How dare you? That's offensive. They'll never talk to us now. It's like, okay, Steve, I'm sure there's a gray on a switchboard waiting for you to call in. You know, It's just, oh my gosh. Oh. Anyway, so that's what makes this worse. If you've got these, like, how do I explain this simply? You have these guys that are probably aware, and I think this is, I'm going to say a theory. I don't know if it's true, and I'm not saying it is true, but I am postulating it. I'm working on a hypothesis here, okay? So, everybody's always saying Alex Jones is always right, right? Alex Jones got his information from, oh my gosh, Ted Gunderson. That was his name, Ted Gunderson. Ted Gunderson was a frequenter of this group called the Prophecy Club. And the Prophecy Club was hanging around with guys like, they had guys like Kent Hovind, France something, Gunderson was in it. They had a bunch of people that were in this kind of like evangelical sect. Now, here's what I think these guys did, and just cutting through all the nuances as to why I think this. Let me just cut to the chase. I think these guys, like Gunderson and the Prophecy Club guys, came across H.G. Wells's An Open Conspiracy and like the whole Fabian socialist plot, and they tied all of that into their prophecy predictions. So that's like where you get Left Behind. That's where you get all the 7-year tribulation stuff that we grew up with in the 90s. That was all based on these globalists' plans. I think what these guys are doing is something similar. I think they know that the CIA or somebody is going to eventually say the aliens made us and try to like get rid of religion through establishing some pagan pantheon or something.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if they're going to go full Project Blue Book or not, but I think they are going to continue to push the panspermia idea. I think they know that, and I think that they are doing the exact same thing. They're taking that idea, that Project Blue Book idea, and then they're trying to apply it to their prophecies. I also think this might be how Brandon Biggs is getting some of his stuff right. I think he's tied into this kind of anticipating the government characters. And so he's listening to Jones, he's listening to the people that are following this, and then he's making his prophecies retroactively. Like after he hears what Jones says, based on analysis, he goes and prays and, you know, says there's going to be an attack. Because I've been sitting here thinking about it, and it makes so much sense. Like he was talking about cities being burned and attacked in his, like, remember when we watched that speaking in tongues thing, you know? And he was getting real into it, and that was probably the moment I started to change my mind about him. But I didn't realize at the time that Alex Jones was predicting cities getting wiped out. And then, of course, when the LA fires happened and the Palisades gets destroyed, that was Jones, you know, his prediction coming true, because Jones was following the World Economic Forum, the fact that they were intentionally not cutting the brush, and he was tracking what the World Economic Forum guys were doing and BlackRock was doing, and he's like, and then he guessed, oh, they're going to set crap on fire, right? I think Brandon Biggs was hearing stuff like that, which is probably also why he was on Alex Jones, because he's probably been a fan.
I didn't know that was.
Yeah. And so,
I forgot.
Yeah, so he was hearing that stuff, and then he was making these prophecies based on Jones's guesses about the news. And I think that's what these guys did. I think what they did is I think they knew Trump was talking his butt off about, because you know how Trump is. He just shoots his mouth off without thinking, you know. Like the guy, sometimes he has a plan and it's 4D chess, and other times it's just, what are you doing? Talk to anybody in the cattle industry. They're still furious of him about that Argentina cow thing. Like, I'm
still furious about the gas. Like, get out of the Strait of Hormuz, bro. Open it up. You freaking.
I think I said it before, but I'm willing to pay for the gas if the women quit wearing the burqas. I'm all for paying higher
Why do
gas.
you care about a different country?
Because they're people. But here's my thing.
If we got out of their country, they'd probably be okay.
They haven't been okay for 40 years, and we haven't been in their country.
Yes, we have.
The CIA's been, but we haven't actually overthrown that government. And that brings me to the point I was trying to make. The Ayatollah, I believe, are connected to like NATO and the CIA and all these guys. That's why Obama flew pallets of cash to them on planes. Why do you fly pallets of cash? So the money will disappear. Where is the money supposed to disappear to? All the terrorist cells. They're funding ISIS. They're funding Al-Qaeda. They're funding everything going on in the Middle East, and they're destabilizing everything.
But their ideas are from the CIA.
Yes, they're favoring. Well, Iran is a proxy army.
Built by the CIA.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was hoping Trump was rebelling against the CIA by actually taking out the Ayatollah. That doesn't look like that's what's happening. So I'm disappointed. Is what I'm getting at.
They don't want change, dude. They want the same shit over and over again. Like if Trump would have kept his freaking giant nose out of this, the U.S. dollar would be destabilized, and we would have to go back to trading and all that kind of stuff. And it would suck for a while, but it would make us all strong as fuck, and it would be awesome.
I think the board needs to change, and I don't know. Well, we got to stop. We got to get rid of the proxy army. We got to get rid of the Ayatollah. We got to get rid of the whole constant war in the Middle East dynamic. That I honestly think Europe. Yeah, it may or may not be, but you got to understand, Cody. They want to crash the dollar. The Fabian socialist goal is to crash the dollar. They want the whole world to operate like Europe.
No.
Oh yes. Oh yes. That's what they want. They want the dollar gone. They want the dollar gone. Or they want to control the dollar. Huh?
The dollar is for debt. The dollar is like, it's huge for them. They want it so they can charge people interest.
But eventually the goal is to crash the dollar. That's why.
After they have
what they're doing. Yes, after they. That's what. Yeah, that's exactly right. What they're doing is they are taking the money as it's inflating and buying up all the assets.
Yes.
So whenever they finally crash the currency overall, nobody's going to own anything. They will own all of it, and then you will get a stipend because they've already bought. They're going to buy everything while the dollar still has purchasing power. And then when the dollar no longer has any purchasing power or very little, they'll crash all of it.
But they like if we let it crash naturally, they wouldn't have the money yet, or they wouldn't have the assets yet. Like let it crash right now.
Cody, because we're so late in the game. Like their original goal was 2030. Their original goal was 2030. It might have got pushed back to 2032 at this point. But we're so late in the game, I don't know if crashing the dollar would be beneficial for us or them. It's an open question. I don't know. But my point is their goal is to destroy the country because that's what Fabian Social... Like, in order for their little technocracy, their committee of experts crap to work, they have to completely destroy the nation state or keep all the nation states really, really weak. Because the goal is, again... Just like think the UN, think NATO. Whole world runs like Europe. That's what they want. So, yeah, they have to destroy everything. They have to destroy America because America is the biggest dog. And how do you do that? You drain their resources through foreign wars, and then you flood the border. That's the strategy. And so Iran has been their hub for all that. They have been funding Al-Qaeda through Iran. Who was, like, I think, was it... I think Bin Laden was a CIA guy.
Yeah, I forgot his name. It was like Ben or something.
Yeah. So, yeah. And then, of course, you have Iran-Contra and all that. So, they've been using... I think they've been using Iran as a hub. Now, I think the CIA is not a monolith. I think there's factions. Because it's like, I think one group is really mad because the Ayatollah turned on them. And then I think another group is really, like, trying to prop the Ayatollah up. So, I mean, it's not a monolith, but the point is, if you want to get a different outcome, you got to change. You can't have the same power structure. Mm-hmm. And I was kind of hoping they'd put that prince in. The Iranians have this prince. They want to be in charge of the son of the prince that was in charge before the Ayatollah took over. Like, there's a huge chunk of people that are willing to support that guy. So it's not like Iraq where you're going to be just stuck nation building, because there's already an exit strategy. The Iranian people have already articulated what they want. And so I was kind of hoping Trump would support that. And if he was willing to support that, I would be willing to pay $4 gas. But it looks like, well, we're just going to keep trying to make deals with the Ayatollah, even though we can't even find them at this point. I don't even know who he's negotiating with now. So it's like, why are you still negotiating with the Ayatollah? Why don't you put another government in there? Because there's already one practically half set up.
Yeah.
That frustrates me. I don't know what's going on.
Like, I think he's playing dead possum. He wants to stay stagnant for now.
I don't know. I think he wants to secure the oil. I
think he's trying to starve the world out of Iranian oil so they can only use U.S. oil. And that brings value back to the dollar.
Yes, I think that's correct. It's gonna suck, though. It's gonna take a long time for that transition to her. That's gonna be
gas is gonna be like $9 fucking. It's gonna be crazy.
I'm willing to pay that if the women quit wearing the burqas and my kids are better off.
You're crazy.
Fine.
Fuck that. I don't give a shit about Iran. I care about my business and my family.
I care about.
I take care of my own first.
Yeah, but you also want to make sure that your children are able to buy stuff on their own and have a nicer house than you. So you are going to have to get some purchasing power back into the dollar anyway. And this will do that. It's not enough of a motivation for me, but I do feel better thinking that Demi might be better off than I've been.
Why don't you just start buying silver?
Because I can't afford it. I'm that poor. So
it's over like $73 an ounce right now. You go buy an ounce.
Maybe.
To start buying silver, man. I mean, you're talking about, the dollar won't have any value.
No, I'm literally just saying the opposite. I was literally just saying the opposite. I said this oil thing would bring purchasing power back to the dollar. I was agreeing with you about it improving the dollar. That would be better for your kids, but it's going to suck for us.
I just want whatever is supposed to happen to happen. People like Trump are stopping natural progression from happening. Like this whole thing with the Strait of Hormuz, he's biding his time so that the U.S. dollar, which is fake, it's a debt note, it's like a magic spell, dude. And he's re-kicking off the magic spell and pretending like the dollar is worth something when it's not.
Yeah, I do agree with you that he's trying to return the supremacy of the dollar. I think you're right about that. I don't know about
it's just pushing off.
I agree with the mechanics, but
like we started, our value came from, I think, France, right? So like Fort Knox is full of French gold, right? Or supposedly.
I don't even know if Fort Knox actually has any gold at this point. They may have got rid of all of it.
But like France funded the beginnings of our country, like with gold. I think it was France.
I know all I know about France's connection to Fort Knox is that they wanted their gold back in Vietnam and didn't get it.
Right. It's every 70 years. So every 70 years, there's like I've forgotten a lot of this. Every 70 years, like there's like a contract with the French and they want their gold back at the end of that 70 years.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I've forgotten it all. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're supposed to be talking about aliens. But we completely derailed.
But we can't give the French their gold back. I think it's all gone.
Yeah, it's all gone. I think it's gone.
So it's like we're going to war with France if we don't keep the dollar's value up. Like it's gonna start some shit.
I don't. Right. How will we ever beat France in a war?
They're like, pew pew.
I'm not too worried about France.
I'm not either. But I think there's a lot of geopolitics involved with the value of the dollar, and if it upended, it would be fucking crazy. But it would be awesome because it would bring back the value of real assets.
Well,
and it would force us to use real assets and not debt. And debt is usury, which is evil. So
I mean, I agree with you on that. I don't like our current system. I think we do need to go back to the gold standard or something like it. With our current system, you can't sustain it. I agree with you there for sure. I don't know. I certainly don't think Trump's going to be able to pull that off, and I don't know who could. But that's the whole problem with this. You've got to burn the old system down. I was hoping
Trump is not letting that happen.
I was hoping Trump would by flipping the board with Iran, because I know Iran's the hub of all this Middle Eastern crap. And if he changes the board on that, apparently that's supposed to also weaken China. Of course, everybody makes a big deal about China, and I'm not convinced that China is like as big a deal as everybody says. Like, I don't think it is. I'm of the opinion that their one-child policy decimated them, and they know they're less than a generation away from total collapse, which is why they're freaking out. So I'm not super worried about China. Trump seems to be super worried about China, and I get what he's doing is he's kicking China out of the Western Hemisphere, which is fine. I'm fine with that, but at the end of the day, I don't think China is our greatest threat. I think it's Britain, NATO, and the CIA and our intelligence branches and our NGOs and the enemy within. These guys that are Fabian socialists.
Yep.
Now that's my humble opinion.
You can't destroy America from the outside.
Right.
Not possible.
Right. So, anyway, back to aliens. My whole point with all of that was Brandon Biggs, I think, was looking at the news retrospectively. The Prophecy Club was looking at the Fabian Socialist Plan and kind of mixing it with end times. Calix9398 says, have you seen the China show? I like their takes. I think Razor Fist keeps recommending the China show, and I keep meaning to watch them, but I haven't done that yet. So I will be sure to look them up, Calix. I mean, I should have done it a long time ago, though. But yes, I have heard of them. So
I actually subscribed to Razor Fist on YouTube, I think yesterday.
Oh, did you?
I think so.
Fist. I like Razor
He's funny, man.
Yeah.
I love his Abraham Lincoln, though.
Huh?
It's great. His Abraham Lincoln one? That's great.
Yeah. I obviously disagree with it, but I appreciate the humor and the effort. So. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, so we already talked about Spielberg. Let's see what he says here. I don't know any more than any of you do, Spielberg says, but I have a very strong suspicion that we are not alone here on Earth right now. And I made a movie about that. However, other than evangelical rapture movies, the idea of the U.S. government meeting in an Airbnb in the backwoods of Tennessee with a group of Pentecostal pastors to tell them to warn their parishioners not to be deceived by the imminent alien disclosure hasn't been a plot line that crossed many Hollywood writers' minds. I like the shot at the rapture. Good to know where you stand on that, author. That was somewhat wittily done, though. I will compliment you for the wit a little bit. All right, that's pretty good. I'll give it a B. I'll give it an A. I liked it. Anyway, so, all right, the Airbnb meetings. There were a large number of pastors and that had been invited to go to a certain state to hear some men in the United States government.
Some top men.
Top men. I'm going to go on because this is just saying the same thing over and over again. So we got Perry Stone again, some of the alien narrative, what's coming, the specifics of the allegedly imminent disclosure can be hard to pin down. Wow, that's a great way to say we don't know. Well, we do know, being on the other side of Friday, not much. So, bit of a letdown.
I put that podcast in the chat, by the way.
Huh?
That podcast of that picture that we see.
Oh, the last days UFO. You've listened to that?
No, I looked it up and put it in the chat if you wanted to react to it.
Okay, we can listen to this guy. Why not? Why?
No.
Huh?
It's the podcast of the four Pentecostal preachers talking.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll give this a whirl for a minute. If I can get this to work. Why did that pop up? Wrong link, I guess. All right, boys, we're gonna look at this really quick. What did these special individuals who Uncle Sam deemed worthy of this sacred knowledge, what did they have to say? Maybe they'll have more special shirts Cody can hate on. All right.
And there's thousands of people, right? People are kind of looking.
Remember that? And being sacred.
The one and the only Mike Signorelli, everybody.
Literally giving them the status of being sacred.
I just want to point out we're already off to a great start. The Mike Signorelli. I don't know why you need
Who's that?
Yeah, who's that?
He's from New York.
Oh, who guessed? It's a big deal. It's like, oh, well,
I think that's right.
Okay, well. Okay, on our next episode, I want you all to say, it is the Gary Paul Varner.
This is the way.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, this is the Cody Ford. This is the Turtle Chief. That one actually makes a little sense. So, Trevor is the Turtle Chief. I can't imagine anybody else being called Turtle Chief, so that might be fair. So,
on record, comparing them to angels, calling their crash sites holy ground. Like, these are real phrases in all of the research I'm doing, and it's already begun to infiltrate the church, believe it or not. And so what I'm about to show you today is going to change how you see the entire disclosure conversation.
No, it's not.
And you may be watching this.
Don't tell me how I'm going to see my perspective, you homo.
we'll sit it on the other side of Friday. No, it didn't. It's very wrong.
Before the disclosure, and
is he a Homo sapien? I don't know, Trevor. Let's see what he has.
My hope is that it's going to actually inoculate you against all this deception, or you may actually be watching this after the fact, and we're about to prophetically prove that the Spirit of the living God already revealed to His sons beforehand for your benefit, so that you and your family will be saved in the midst of this. So
you gotta have some hubris. It's like, maybe you're watching this after the fact, and we're gonna prove to you the power of God because we're so right. You do realize other people were going to watch this after the fact, right? Not thinking it through.
And there's a number.
There's a number we could pray. Oh, really?
Let's call them.
Oh,
be like, oh, I'm so scared of the aliens. Please make me feel better.
It's like, why is the phone call in an accent? We're probably going to get some, operator
this is
overseas.
part 2. Y'all, you're probably here because you saw the first part. And I just want to say thank you for your commitment to the truth. But we're going to go real deep, and we're going to go very specific. We're each going to bring research that we have. So if y'all don't mind, we could just get into it.
Yeah.
He's going to go real deep with the boys.
Alan,
you know what I mean?
Real deep. We're going to have
with the boys.
In-depth discussion.
The best part is 42 minutes in.
42 minutes in. Let's jump there. All right, we're going to jump to minute 42. The most replayed. Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness. What are we going to see here?
That Isaiah 45 thing all the way to verse 3. And here's what's going to come next.
Calix says, with the boys...
The hidden treasures of secret places, the hidden treasures of darkness are coming to your ministry. They're coming to this house. They're going to begin to open the double doors. The gates will not be shut to this city.
What I love about this table right now is when we're talking about this,
be shut to this city.
What I love.
And here's what's going to come next. The hidden treasures of secret places, the hidden treasures of darkness are coming to your ministry. They're coming to this house.
The hidden
They're going to begin
treasures
to open
of
the
darkness?
double doors. The gates.
What does that even mean?
That means he's a fucking demon. Sorry.
Yeah, it's like, but I don't want the treasures of darkness.
But I don't want it. You're going to take it. This is a gift.
Yeah, there we go. It's like, put on the ring. I don't want the ring.
It's coming healing.
Yes.
But now's coming the message.
That's it.
Now's coming the fire.
That's it. Yes, it's all coming in waves. And that's what I mean. It's like there's a spiritual climate change, but it's always the tale of two cities.
Yeah.
It's all
What?
They're just saying nonsense.
Climate change. A spiritual climate change. You have spiritual global warming, metaphorically, of course, and spiritually.
Spiritually, a fake thing. This guy.
Right. Oh, wow. What was the other thing he said? It was spiritual climate change, which was a hoax. Illuminati confirmed. What was the other thing he said? Oh gosh.
I'm a giant flaming
Oh,
homo.
and it's gonna be a tale of two cities. I'm
Oh, yeah.
How do those two thoughts possibly connect in any way, shape, or form? There's gonna be climate change in two cities spiritually. I don't know what that means.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
There's some people, dude.
Manhattan.
Sorry, go on.
I want to like kick the back of their chair, the legs out from under them, you know? Like, I don't want to like injure them or anything, but I definitely want to make them.
Oh, yes, you do. You want to hurt somebody.
No, I don't want to hurt anybody.
Okay, just make them question their life choices then.
Yeah. They're like, oh, why do I deserve this? Why am I on the ground right now? You know?
We got to put them on the ground by necessity so they can reflect on their poor decisions.
You want to hear something really funny?
Yes, I do.
Mike apparently grew out his hair just for this podcast.
Mike?
Who?
That guy that's got his hands up.
Oh.
If you go to his channel, he's actually bald.
I can see his little picture here. Yes, he's bald.
He grew his hair out for a podcast?
Yeah, just for this podcast.
What do you like? He planned this podcast for 4 months?
Yeah.
Where does that come from? Like, did he say that?
No, I was just being silly.
Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha. Well,
Wasting
anyway,
time.
you just committed climate change in two cities, Trevor, whatever that means. Spiritually, of course.
Ways the enemy clicks into a mode, then the Lord clicks into a mode, right? And we're experiencing that battle just right now. It's the Islamification of New York City. While that's happening, we're setting up in Times Square and doing a historic event for Easter Sunday. It's both.
It was dark in Egypt, light in Goshen.
This guy's a moron.
This is what's happening, brother.
I can't even follow what he's saying. Yeah.
No, he's not saying anything.
you're right,
He's just saying bullshit. It's lip service shit. This makes me want to smoke a joint, and I'm not going to, but oh my.
Don't succumb.
I won't.
Fight it.
These guys, look how easy the backs of the chair legs would be to break out from under them. Just one good kick.
It's one good kick. I gotcha.
Like, oh!
I could just spews for views. Very good, Calyx. Spews for views. Yeah. I could just hear Joe screaming, what does pessimistically optimistic mean? So, cautiously optimistic. That was his rant. It's the same thing. It's like there's two cities. There's light and there's dark, spiritually. There's treasures there, spiritually. Metaphorically. Because of climate change. Spiritual climate change. Yes.
You're leading the way, Mike. You really are. You have this apostolic anointing.
He's using like adjectives and very descriptive words. He's focusing on descriptive words to paint pictures in your mind so you don't actually know what the fuck you're hearing.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that for sure. All right. Let's see if we can actually get to 42 minutes because that's where Trevor said the humor was.
To open the gates. It's that Isaiah 45 thing all the way to verse 3. And here's what's going to come next. The hidden treasures of secret places, the hidden treasures of darkness are coming to your ministry. They're coming to this house. They're going to begin to open the double doors. The gates will not be shut to this city.
What I love about this table
Okay, I'm looking up Isaiah 45. I don't need the verse. We're going to look it up. We're going to look it up, boys and girls. I don't need
45. All the way to verse 3. The hidden treasures of darkness.
Yes, Isaiah 45. What is that going to be applicable to this situation in any way, shape, or form? I wonder. Let's see. Isaiah 45.
These guys are teaching out of the amplified version, by the way.
Well, that's
what is an amplified version?
Very, very paraphrased. So.
So they don't know what the hell they're talking about.
It's like it's like trying to put
Isaiah 45 verse 1. Thus saith the Lord to his anointed, to Cyrus, whose right hand I have holden, to subdue nations before him, and I will loose the loins of kings, to open before him the two-leaved gates, and the gates shall not be shut. I will go before thee and make thee crooked places straight. I will break in pieces the gates of brass and cut in sunder the bars of iron. and I will give thee the treasures of darkness and hidden riches of secret places, that thou mayest know that I, the Lord, which call thee by name, am the God of Israel.
So, basically, this is a prophecy for Cyrus. Cyrus is going to break into a gate, and he is going to get the treasures of darkness and hidden riches in secret places, that thou mayest know that I am Lord. So he's going to get treasures probably within a city. And when this particular thing happens, if I remember correctly, I cannot remember if this is referring to, if this prophecy is referring to either the fall of Israel, because it's Isaiah 45, so I don't know where exactly we're at. Is he predicting the fall of Israel, or if he's predicting the return to Israel? But it says Cyrus, so I think Cyrus is the guy that sends them back. But
is he talking about? Is it talking about the Cyrus from Trailer Park Boys?
No, he's talking about the Cyrus that doesn't even exist yet.
Always off.
Well, this is one of the more interesting prophecies in the Bible because, Isaiah is saying this before Cyrus is ever the king of anything. So he's like, God is literally calling Cyrus out specifically by name before anybody knows who he is. And then, of course, if my memory's coming back a little bit, then that means he's basically talking about the Jews going back or Cyrus being a successful conqueror. Either way, that's not talking about the prosperity of a podcast.
No.
In any way, shape, or form.
That's called cherry picking.
Exactly. Even if I'm wrong about the context, I hope I have demonstrated there is a context and it has nothing to do with making you rich. So, wow. That's really funny. Okay.
Now is when we're talking about deception, a lot of times what that's doing is it's creating fear in people, which creates isolation.
Yeah.
And what I hear from you guys is talking about this is wanting to bring
deep thoughts. I was too busy drinking my soda and thinking about how much I like the soda. I wasn't listening, so I'm sure it was profound though.
People outside of their house. Yeah. Like Mike's like, we're going to Times Square.
This professional 32 TW SSD
hey, look, it's an ad.
Capable of holding the entire collection of the New York Public Library is something you won't find at Best Buy or any electronics retailer, even if you were willing to drop a
wow, that entity, the gray, said come out of your house.
Yeah. Wow.
What?
So it's a false, remember it's light versus false lies. And I think the call, because your wife is incredibly anointed, by the way. I mean, we know this. She was speaking in tongues over Mike's shoulder, and I was like, whoa. I was like, almost, we were in a podcast,
Dude, I could feel the fake laugh.
Yeah.
I didn't just hear, I felt the fakeness. It made my gut go, like, I
would like to go into this room and calmly flip their table.
That would be righteous anger. Okay, we gotta stop. This is fun, but we gotta stop. We have went way too long.
We did.
Okay, moral of the story is these guys were full of crap. This guy, I think, was the guy that, well, I don't want to say. Basically, he lied, and they all got egg on their face, and everyone lived happily ever after. Don't listen to these people. They're not insane. They're liars. So leave them alone. So,
well, liars believe their lies most of the time eventually, so they are insane.
Unless they're complete Machiavellians. I think these guys are complete Machiavellians. I think, gosh, there was, one more thing. I'm sorry, we went so long, but one more thing. This guy, I think it's him. How do I find this?
Bald guy?
Winger. Bald guy with the longest beard.
It's always the...
I know, right? Dude. I've got to find this guy. What was his... Oh, no, it's this dude. He's not in this podcast. But he's talking... All right, this is one of the guys that was part of the group. He wasn't in the podcast, but this guy right here, he wasn't in the podcast we just watched, but this, I think... I don't know. These guys are both involved in the same scam, whether or not they were in that podcast or not. But I want you to pay attention to this dude, just to show you how Machiavellian this is.
beg and plead with the pastors. Please wake up your congregation and tell them they are not ready, because the church is going to fall for this lie.
That is not possibly what not possibly what Larry said it was. That.
All right, sorry, hang on. Please go watch Mike Winger's full video. He does a really good job breaking this down. I'm just wanting to make one point here, and I'm using his video to do it. If I can find it. Here we go. Now, I want you to look at this guy's studio and tell me what it reminds you of.
Well, this is Larry Ragland, just so you understand where he's coming from.
Larry Ragland.
I feel this could cause people lead them into a type of religious psychosis. I think it can be very unhealthy for people, and it can kind of cause the panic that they're worried about fixing, they're going to create. So I'll just play the clip for you here. This is how Larry Ragland couches things.
Tonight, we need to address something very, very important.
Whose studio does that remind you of?
We talk a lot about
this guy's studio.
The news?
Not the news. Whose news station? Look at the logo. Look at the coloring. Look at the shape of his beard.
I literally have no idea.
He's Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
It's Alex Jones. He's copying InfoWars' flippin' studio. Look at it from another angle here, if we can get it to do it. That's the same one. It's freaking InfoWars. I'm trying to... there's a better shot in here where he shows his logo. And the logo's even reminiscent of InfoWars.
It's on Star Wars Day, too.
Oh, yeah?
May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th.
Everybody's got their mind on Star Wars already.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to find his picture again really quick. I'm maintaining this dude is totally stealing Alex Jones's shtick. Yeah, because...
You catch that? They did it on May the 4th.
Huh?
They did it on May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Your brain's already on Star Wars.
Or is it Revenge
right.
of the 6th?
Revenge of the 6th. Ha, 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 ha. Let me see if I can find more pictures of this guy. What's his name? Larry Ragland?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I haven't watched Alex Jones in a while.
He's totally stole the InfoWars studio design.
He's got like a big studio. I thought he had like TVs behind him.
Yeah, Larry Ragland. Yeah, this is him. Holy crap. He's even doing the Alex Jones point, guys. Hang on.
Oh, wow,
here.
he is.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this dude.
So he's a copycat.
Yeah.
Is he a copycat or is he a same?
No, this is a marketing shtick. This is a marketing shtick. This is somebody... I am the Alex Jones of prophecy. That's what that is. That is a gimmick if I have ever freaking seen one. Hang on here. Let's see this. Let's look at this split screen view. He's probably going to be sitting like Alex Jones in the whole 9 yards.
Copyright.
Hear somebody like this, like me, talk about giants and
what sounds like
people see.
Conversation today.
Copyright.
Pause.
Copy my rights.
I still can't get his logo. I saw a logo of his a minute ago, and it looked just like Alex Jones's. Yeah, so...
Got Area 51 on there. That's so stupid.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. And then he's got the microphone set up in like approximately the same spot. Yeah. It's Alex Jones,
He's even trying to look
man.
like him. Like he wears black shirts. Like
he's got his beard cut exactly the same. Oh my gosh. And Calix says, Season of Grifters. I know. Like, how does nobody not recognize that?
There's no originality in the demonic realm.
Wow.
When everyone's possessed by demons, they can't.
I'm not calling Jones... Yeah, well... I'm not calling Jones demonic, but yeah, this is obviously a copycat, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Okay, I'm done. I just wanted to point that out. I just thought it's
a good catch,
so
man.
Funny.
It is funny.
So
it's a good catch.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's another guy on. So there's a guy after Owen Benjamin got canceled and all that stuff. There was a guy on Facebook that popped up named Ben Owen, and he's like this big alpha dude. And he's like, he's just not saying the same things as Owen. It's like, man. Dude, this is a put up. This is It's hilarious, man.
That's crazy. Wow. Oh, goodness. Okay, so we're done with this section because we went for like ever. So I guess we got one more to go.
Jeez, what time is it? It's midnight, bro.
You want to call it good? We can talk about virtuous men and being men without vice next time if you want, but that's our last subject. We got whether or not men can live without vice, which was the subject you wanted to cover. So you want to
save it for next week.
Save it for next week. Okay.
See if I can make it a week.
See if you can make it a week. All right.
I'll have more to say.
Next week you're coming here going, no, it's impossible.
Good luck.
Good luck, good sir. Calix is like, it's 10 p.m. here. Where are you from, man? I think you've told us before.
California.
California, that's right. LOL. Oh, man. And he says LOL, yeah. All right, well, Calix, thanks so much for joining us, man. I think we are gonna let it call tonight. So, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Faith, Fiction, and Folklore. If you did, we would love it if you would subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Rumble. We can also be found on X, Instagram, and Facebook. And we are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. Thank you again very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.